Hey everybody, so today I'm here to tell you guys 5 things you need to know before you breastfeed. And before I get into those 5 things, I did want to say a couple of things. First of all, breastfeeding can be an array of different things. Whether you plan on nursing, exclusively pumping, or something in between, if you are feeding breast milk, you are breastfeeding. Also, I wanted to say that I think it's really important that you educate yourself. So whether it's classes, some reputable YouTube videos, stuff like that, make sure that you are educating yourself about breastfeeding. This will allow you to know what your kind of, not expectations, but what is normal versus what is not normal and stuff like that. Number 1 is something that I try to say as often as I can. It is that your supply is most likely going to be enough. From the second that you type breastfeeding into Pinterest or you hop on Instagram and you look at some breastfeeding photos, you're gonna see stuff to increase your supply. And from the get-go, that might make you feel as though your supply is not gonna be good enough right off the bat. However, that's not true. We are designed to make exactly what our babies need. In most cases, you do not need to worry about increasing your supply, and with that, I just want to tell you to try to tune all of that out and tune yourself in. Even if it's somebody else sharing an experience with you, they have great intentions, I'm sure, but just know that just because somebody else went through it doesn't mean that it's certain for you. Just like with anything in life, and I'm sure in your pregnancy, and as you'll see whenever your baby is born, everybody has different experiences with stuff, and breastfeeding is absolutely no different. So just because one mom went through something doesn't mean that you will, and you're not going to experience the same things that she did. There are cues to follow. There are things that you can teach yourself and ways that you can see that you are making enough milk. There'll be different ways depending on if you're nursing or if you're pumping, but you will be able to monitor that. Just try to have confidence in yourself, in your body, and your ability to nourish your child. And like I said, just know that most of the time your supply is adequate enough without doing anything special. While we're on the topic of supply, number 2 is that your milk production is on a supply and demand system. So basically, you're going to need to demand milk in order for your body to supply it. It's very, very crucial that you're either nursing or pumping frequently enough to demand that milk on a regular basis. Now, of course, you're going to run into a sick day or a busy day, and you might not get as many nursing sessions in or pumping sessions in as you would have liked to have, but 1 or 2 days here and there, it's not going to throw a wrench in the works. It's not going to diminish your supply overnight. But having a bad habit of not emptying your breasts frequently enough is going to cause your supply to go down. So it's just very important to know to either nurse on demand or to be on a nice, strict pumping schedule. That way you're demanding that milk and your body's going to supply it. Number 3 is knowing when to ask for help. So say that you know that your milk production is supposed to be enough for your baby. Say that you're also doing the right amount of nursing, you're pumping frequently enough, but you're still experiencing a problem. That's when you need to reach out for help. And that could be the difference between getting some help, troubleshooting, and going on to have a successful breastfeeding relationship versus weaning early. An IBCLC is the highest credential a lactation professional can have. They should be your go-to for any kind of troubleshooting that you need. I will have a link down below for you to be able to find an IBCLC near you. And I also want to throw out there that there is other lactation support if you're not able to get a hold of one of those. There are lactation consultants, lactation breastfeeding specialists, a whole bunch of different ones. And of course, there's online communities and online support now too. I'll put as many resources as I can down below. I just want you to know that if anything's bleeding, anything is in pain, if something is cracked, stuff like that, you need to reach out, you need to get support. And even if it's emotional support or anything like that, it's just very crucial that you get the help that you need when you need it to try and be ahead of the ball, not behind it, because it really can make a difference in what you're struggling with. Number 4 is support, support, support. This is so crucial. You will see and feel a difference if you feel supported in your breastfeeding journey. So if it's family members who aren't really familiar with breastfeeding, educate them gently. If it's your significant other, have them go to a breastfeeding class with you or watch some YouTube videos online in your own home. And, you know, at the end of the day, if your friends and your family can't or won't be supportive of your breastfeeding journey, you are not out of options. There are so many online communities now for moms, especially when it comes to breastfeeding. You are not alone in this. There are so many women who want to help other women in their breastfeeding journey. So I just want you to know that no matter what you're going through, if you need a shoulder to lean on or somebody to talk to, no matter what it is, there is an online community that is open for you. Even if you're in a really good position when it comes to your home life, like even if your significant other is supportive and your friends and your family and everybody's open, breastfeeding can get kind of lonely. It can feel like a one-woman show and not a whole lot of people understand it. So I don't really feel like you could ever have enough support. There's just going to be some days, maybe late at night, you wish you had somebody to talk to, and those online communities can help you so much. I don't think that I would have been successful in either of my breastfeeding journeys if it wasn't for the Facebook groups that I was in, because they really did hold me together when times got tough. I will link my favorite ones down below. I have an exclusively pumping only group, and then I do have a breastfeeding group that is open to anybody who's breastfeeding. And I will also link a OT kind of general mom support group too, in case you want to join that one. But it is crucial that you have support, you feel supported, and that you surround yourself with that in whatever way that you might need to do that. Number 5 is the last and one of the most important, in my opinion, and that is knowing that breastfeeding does not determine your worth as a mother. Breastfeeding isn't something that every woman does long term or even chooses to do at all. And you can be an amazing mom and not breastfeed a day in your life. If you're able to accomplish any amount of breastfeeding before weaning, that's amazing. Celebrate your victories where you get them. Whether you breastfeed for 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, it's all something to be proud of. We have a hard enough time in motherhood without all the extra added judgment, and honestly, I think we should spend the time supporting each other versus comparing each other. So no matter what you make, how long you breastfeed, at the end of the day, we all need support. We all need to support each other. Our children need healthy and happy mamas who make the right decisions for their family with the best intentions. That's going to look different in every single family. That might be nursing for 4 years straight. That might mean exclusively pumping for the first 9 months and then using a freezer stash until you get to 12. It might mean using donor milk or supplementing with formula the entire time. You know, it's going to look different, and that's okay, because at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't determine your worth as a mom. I don't really know how to come down from that last one because it is so serious, but all of these things are so near and dear to my heart. I feel like when it comes to breastfeeding, there is so much to learn, and it's really hard to teach yourself to learn things and to figure out what things should you focus on. Trying to navigate all that in a world that you're brand new to, it can be really overwhelming. But I did feel like I needed to come on here and kind of make 5 things that, after a couple years of breastfeeding and looking back, what I really feel like is important, and what I would tell a new mom if she asked me what was the most important things and things that she should know about breastfeeding. Hopefully the end of this has all made sense, but I'm really just going off of like what I feel in my heart and what I want to share with you guys. You guys know that breastfeeding is a very passionate topic of mine, so I just wanted to hop on here and I wanted to share this with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.